Alright, so we're back in the living room, and that means only one thing. We gotta talk. And I especially want to sit down with you today and talk a little bit about the future of Weapon of Noise in 2021. Already made some stuff, of course, this year already in January, but it isn't really focused yet. I want to tie together, with a plan, a strategy, so to speak. So, just for you out there, so you know what's happening, here's my plans for 2021. Number one, less Counter-Strike actually. Why less? This is actually why this channel basically blew up a little bit when the new operation came out. Well, it's very simple. For one, playing Counter-Strike is one thing. Talking about Counter-Strike, watching Counter-Strike and all that, that's a completely different thing. It's so much more enjoyable. And my idea is going forward, I just don't bother with matchmaking anymore. Like, comp really is just the same thing over and over again. And while yes, you can grind yourself, towards getting better and better at clicking on pixels, I just don't feel like it's really developing into something cool. If I had an actual team with me that I could match up with and play comp together, that would be awesome. That was what the case was last year when I grinded myself through like 600 hours from April to December. We almost played daily, and that was just great. But that group disbanded a little bit. There were different focuses, more studying yet again. It's a new season, of course, for exams, and also just people not wanting to play CSGO. And I on my own also can't be bothered to play CSGO like that. But on this channel, of course, there will be CSGO coming, one way or another. We may talk about cool teams and their stickers, their impact, for example, on the skins market. And of course, I still want to do my custom events as I've already seen them. If you want to participate in these custom events, join me on discord.weaponofnoise.com. Super easy to find. We're playing on EU servers, of course, my very own one where I can do whatever I want. Where we play, for example, this week yet again on Dust 2, a night version of the old before the remake one. I'm personally very excited for this one and can't wait to sit down and play it with you again, have some fun. There's even ideas to make that an even bigger event, with me and another friend hosting and especially casting, of course, that event and just you playing. Maybe even, you can win something, I don't know. That's one of the many ideas I have. Because after all, this is not an investment channel, although I did 1 or 2 videos about that. But this is also not just, a skins channel, like for example, Jesus is, This is mainly an entertainment channel, where I started with highlights and clips of my own matchmaking experience. But since I don't play that anymore as much, what can I do? Well, I find myself having a lot of fun doing these map testing things, as we've seen already, and I intend to do them as well. But I also want to do a lot more. Weapon of Noise was an idea about sound in games. Games that really rely on that, for example. And there's so many games that are my favorites that are just not Counter-Strike. There's also like Rainbow Six Siege, which I haven't played in ages. I want to go back to that for a while, a little bit again. I want to show more of my love for Metal Gear Solid, the old ones and the new ones. And I haven't really gotten to that yet, which is a shame actually. There's so many cool stories to tell about those games, not just individually, but also in a greater scheme. I want to talk about speedruns, a newly found hobby, out of misery basically, with Counter-Strike and not knowing what to do. And if you've already seen it, I am actually uploading every now and then a new PB in another cool game series which I really like, Deus Ex. Because I'm currently learning and practicing the speedrun for Deus Ex Human Revolution actually. And if you want to see me doing attempts there, I'm not doing them live on YouTube actually. I feel like Weapon of Noise is something where like live events tied to the actual content is happening, or just, the aftermath. And if I want to do a live stream where I just, grind through stuff, I feel like Twitch is the better place for that. There's 2 different strats I basically drive here. I do live streams on YouTube because they're tied to the content that's coming or that's already promoting the content that has just released. Like probably today, when this video releases, I'll also try to do the live event, you know, in conjunction, back and forth. I do a live stream and also release a video to promote each other and have the channel grow that way. But if I go live on Twitch, it's not that important. It does not necessarily directly lead to content. Unless, for example, I do a new PB, a personal best in a new speedrun attempt. Well, that lands on YouTube, but other than that, you know, Twitch is more of a side thing. I'm doing it live, we can hang out, we can talk, but it's not that big as of an event I would personally think. And it's basically what I'm going for with. For now, I'm learning, you know, Deus Ex Human Revolution from 2011, a game that I absolutely love, that has so much more soul than Cyberpunk even, and yeah, I'm trying stuff out. I don't want to be just a Counter-Strike channel. While I enjoy watching it, especially now that the pro matches are starting again, just like with Blast Premier, for example, that's great. But it's not the only thing. And I don't want to, you know, necessarily just lock myself into that content, because while it is fairly big, I still think I'd be bored with that after a while. So more individual stuff, live events like that with the custom maps, and of course talk a little bit about history maybe, and then, you know, other games, other things I want to do. If you're down with that, thank you for giving me a chance to explore more than just one game. I'm really depending on variety because I'm a person that gets bored easily, and even sticking with Counter-Strike over 600 hours in the last year showed me that, yeah, I liked it, but now it fizzles out. The operation is here, the missions are boring, plainly, and I only play them so I can get the stars, and you upgrade the Operation Broken Fang coin, basically. That's all there is for me, personally, so yeah, CSGO for now. Actually playing the game, not as interesting. Thinking about the game, and especially exploring custom events, as I said, much more. And on top of that, then stuff like speedrunning. I also want to do DJ sessions again. I haven't done one in a while, since October maybe, which I do on another Twitch channel that I'll link down below if you want to check that out. So yeah, doing DJing for house music and stuff, and EDM. And yeah, that's all just what's in this year. Hopefully this year we can travel a lot more again, which I don't know if I will film about that, but I also have very nice equipment for that now these days. As you can see, I mean, I'm sitting with a nice microphone here, which is wireless with the camera. It's so easy to produce, and then I just need to cut it together. Who knows? Maybe even actual events that I can visit again. Wouldn't that be insane? Actual events with people without masks. The future's bright, guys, and I want to focus on that. I want to move on and not just only focus on one thing alone. If you're with me, that's awesome, and I appreciate you very much for that. Again, if you want to join us, go to the Discord. That's the best place where you can talk to me very easily, casually. And of course, there's also my 2 Twitter accounts, Weapon of Noise for the CSGO stuff and a little bit different stuff, and then the House Test account, which is more personal and more tied to the speedrun stuff right now. With that, have a nice day, and I hope I see you soon again. Let me know in the comments down below what you maybe want to see, any ideas that you want to see realized, and I talk to you soon. How's this out?